What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Phil Plays Bass. Welcome back to We Play Bass Together. Maybe I should consider renaming this channel. I've been working super hard on the app throughout these last couple of weeks, and it's been hard. It's been kind of difficult. She's been giving me a lot of trouble, but there are some cool new updates that I've just been able to implement. This still looks the same, right? But you'll notice that there's a new option in the settings section where you can actually watch this. I hope you're ready. Woo! What is this? What is this? What? 6-string guitar, 6-string, 5-string bass, 6-string bass, 7-string guitar. You should now be able to select like a range of notes that you want to play. Let's just say you want a 1 finger per fret around this area of the neck, and you're like, yeah, I'm kind of struggling with these 2 strings, so I'll just focus on this area with these. Just focus on these 2 strings in this particular area. And it's still a bit glitchy. It doesn't work all the time. Sometimes the app kind of generates notes that are just outside of the zone. I'm still figuring out. It's a question of indices. Sometimes a +1 or a -1, that makes a little difference. But in any case, it does work. Obviously, you still have the option to disable that completely. But it works. It works. Use that with a timer, and then basically the interface hasn't changed that much, apart from this little section here that has given me so much trouble, because every time you implement a change that's sort of fundamentally that needs more sort of context and more data, you've got to rethink all of your data structures. And in my case, just having a 12 notes sort of array of notes to pick from just wasn't enough. Turns out you need octave numbers, but then it means that the way the app checks the question against what you're playing, that means it's just, I had to rethink the whole pipeline. Anyway, it works now with some rare exceptions, but it's finally getting to a stage where I'm starting to get like a proper handle on how everything's going to look. Anyway, that's the app updates. Today I want to go through a full sort of practice session here, and I want to start beefing it up. I want to start introducing more and more exercises. That way every session I've got more exercises to go through, and I want this channel to be, about sort of demonstrating consistency here. What's up, Patriotic Alliance Mazanzi? We're gonna need to have a shorter nickname for you, dude. Do you reckon you could share your first name, maybe, or what you go by amongst friends? That way I don't have to call you Pat, Pam, or Patriotic Alliance Mazanzi every time. But dude, thanks for joining, man. Really appreciate your presence. Really appreciate it. Okay, without further ado, let's start practicing. All right, action cam switch. Back in. Andre, that's so much easier. So much easier than Patriotic Alliance Mazanzi. Thank you for sharing, man. Appreciate that. Also, welcome back. Hope you've got your instrument strapped on. Sounds kind of weird when I say it like that, but you know what I mean, right? Of course you guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. Get your minds out of the gutter. Cool. Let's turn the music off and crack on with the practice. Alright, Hadrian number 1. This exercise is quickly, well, these combination of 2 exercises are quickly becoming some of my favorites. Things to practice. Bass is live. Lovely. We're basically going to play a chromatic scale. sort of ascending string, ascending frets kind of fashion. What's up, Nate? Mzansi has now shared his first name. We can now call him Andre. So welcome back, Andre. Welcome back, Nate. You guys won't be able to see how cold my fingers are, so I'm really looking forward to cracking on with this exercise. It should have the auto on. It does. There we go. Oh man, that cooldown coming in handy. Akil, you're excused. Don't worry. Thank you for joining, dude. Appreciate you, man. All right, next one. Same thing, but we're bringing every single note, every interval. I think tempo's going to change. Actually, that could be a little faster. It's not at all what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm supposed to do. think I could do this one a little faster as well. Let's try 100 BPM. That might be a little bit too fast, but see. What to do? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. Actually, how about 60 BPM, but I play twice as fast? Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie. Pause that for a second. My hands are burning now. Good. That's the proof that these little guys do work. Okay. So I was doing it at 60 BPM, so 70 shouldn't be crazy insane, right? Crazy insane? No. I keep doing that. Glitchy. Okay, let's try this. Wow. Oh, jeez. Oh, shit. And this is killer. Okay, 70 BPM. Where's the speed? This is more productive, I think, then doing it super slowly. It was good that I did it. Yeah, I'm not excluding either, really. It's just both, actually. Both are useful. Probably starting off with a slow one. Be able to duplicate. Let's just get a new one. Problem is, every time I do that, it'll change the name to Hadrian. Yeah, do that. Then Hadrian 3. Okay, whoa, Hadrian 3. First one will be 70 BPM. Do another one, not 110. Actually, no, that's fine. Fine as it is. Essentially 55 BPM, so that's really slow. Or 70. 70. Okay, pause for a second. Moving on to the next exercise. You guys might remember this one. This is a sort of a weird one finger per fret exercise, but we go up. Playing tritones, one finger per fret, spread over the D string and the G string. So that's A, F, D, then A flat, flat. That's the basic version, but then we're moving it. I was describing the previous one. I was describing my version of this exercise. This is not what we're doing. What am I talking about? Flat, A, F, D, A, F, D, and then keep going. F, E, flat, A. That's right. Going like that, and then we keep switching. Where do you download the app? You don't download it, Andre. You just, if you go to philplaysbass.com, there is a section on the website that just says, let me show you. Boom. That's basically my website, and then you just click on the app, philplaysbass.com, and then you'll get a dashboard. Watch that. Today, I've practiced 201 days. Pretty neat, isn't it? Gotta fix that. Out of context. No, not out of context at all, dude. You're asking me a question about bass. Amazing. That's totally within context. Yes, I have tried acoustic bass. It depends if you mean upright or sort of regular hollow body type guitar bass guitar bass. And then Andre, if you go on to any of these things, click onto any of these things, note match or name the triad, or that one I haven't in a while. Never tried upright, but standard acoustic bass, yes. I'm not a fan either, dude. Even with a thumb rest, obviously they've got smooth bodies. There's no pickups on most of them. It's not shows 404 error. What browser are you using, Andre? Because it doesn't seem like it wants to work on Edge with Microsoft Edge. You're using Chrome though, or Firefox. That works fine. I don't know why Edge is giving me a real hard time. I'm really seriously starting to consider having an actual app rather than a browser-based app. Is everybody getting a 404? Works fine for you. Did you type it correctly, Andre? playspace.com. It should show in the chat. So Andre's using Chrome. Good question, dude. I don't see why it would give you trouble, but I know that Mike had some issues on. Mike had some issues with Edge. So, thing is, I haven't spent a million years trying to sort of focus on compatibility, like inter-browser compatibility. But then if you click on Note Match or Timer, or I haven't checked these ones in a while actually. I've been so focused on the Note Match app that oh, it's doing something here. It's not good. Just refresh and you'll be fine. Great. Hey, it's a one-man developer team, right? Working now. Sweet, dude. Give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. Obviously, you have to have either a very loud bass or a microphone right next to an amp, or more easily, if you plug into an audio interface, and then you go down here, select the right audio interface from which app will be receiving the input from, or select the right input basically, and should be good to go. Really, there should be like a little calibration thing going on first, a few screens to sort of get through to check the latency, and then just play through that, select the right audio interface, and then you should be good to go. But yeah, I need a million more hours to test all of that and to make sure that the sort of newcomer journey, or newcomer story as they call it, user stories, that needs to be properly addressed and smoothed out, because for now it's kind of just everybody's just being airdropped into this thing without really knowing what's going on. But a more user-friendly aspect of this is obviously the ability to create your own little practice routine. Still glitchy, still a little glitchy every now and then, but there are workarounds depending on the browsers that you're using. Sometimes it will duplicate a little timer slice. Sometimes it will erase the previous one even though you're trying to create a new one. So there are still moments where that doesn't work, and to save it, you've got to click there. I know it's not the most instinctive UI just yet, but once you create it, you should be able to just save it by clicking on the little menu just there. And there's no confirmation screens for delete, so make sure you're absolutely certain that you want to delete your practice, and be very careful when clicking delete. Okay, these are all the little disclaimers. Can't be blamed for any of this since this is free, and yeah, I'm still a long way away from even putting like 99 cents subscription fee, whatever, lifetime subscription fee, $1. Still, we're not there yet. Okay, that was number 2. That was number 1. Always wants to start from the first one. Come on. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to switch to the regular screen. Not very good, this one, was it? Oh gosh. Tough one that is. Oh man. Ouch. Last number 2. Oh no, this one is... Oh, this is the most horrible exercise. We were doing this a few months ago. Some of you might remember. A couple of months ago. Oh, and that's way too fast. 100 BPM. Should be around 80. Here. Save the whole thing. Oh, the principle of this exercise is just so dreadful. 2 fingers stay static, pressing on the fretboard. In this case, I'm doing it. Then we're going to alternate being the other 2 strings in this, and playing the 2 available frets. It's the kind of spidery thing, dude. Yeah. And I'm gonna turn the tone up so we can hear all of the horrible little. Oh my god, this thing. Oh boy. This is literally like independence war. The war of independence. Brutal. Yeah, I didn't do it for 2 minutes though, but and then when you're done with these 2 fingers, you swap fingers. A flat, F, A flat on the D string and F on A string, and you alternate between the index finger and the ring finger playing the other 2. Oh my god. Burning from the one. This is the scene in Lyle with Jim Carrey where he's like, I'm kicking my own ass over you mind. Yeah, please don't interrupt me whilst I torture myself. Oh man. Come on. USA. 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 Yeah, no way I can do that for a minute, for a full minute. This is This exercise is mental. But you feel very warmed up after this. Speaking of which, we need to be very, very warmed up for this because it is the legendary Bumblebee. Keep messing up the first one every single I'm suddenly wondering if he's not playing it differently, actually. Okay. 110 was a little slow. Let's go a little faster. Yo, what's up, Zahar? What's up, Alex Valentine, a newcomer? Welcome, dude. Do you have to learn how to read music to play the bass? No. Nate says, Alex, I know people that have perfect ears and can just noodle perfectly matching keys. You don't need to be able to read music at all, dude. Further down the line, it does facilitate a bunch of things, being able to read music, but it's not necessary at all. Historically, reading music was the only way for people to absorb the music. Essentially, there was no, obviously there was no music players, that sort of stuff. Now you've got, well, you can basically do a whole career with just running parallel to that without ever needing to read music. It does become, when you're working as a musician, it quickly becomes very hard if you don't read music. But you can take it one step at a time, dude, when it comes to learning that stuff. Dribs and drabs, First you learn to read a chord chart, and then once you know your chord chart, then, rhythm notation. You start having to sometimes take notes yourself. If somebody sings you something that they like you to play in a studio session or a live situation or whatever, arrangements, then if you can sort of quickly jot down a rhythm that somebody sings to you, like, oh, bam, 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 like this kind of stuff. It's like, okay, so I'm playing this, and then you can just add the note letters underneath it. And Michael is joining us as well. Pleasure to see you again, Michael. I hope everything's all right. Oh, Zachar, you broke up with your girlfriend. Come on, dude. Jokes aside, she said she isn't ready yet for a relationship after the passing of her relative, and she doesn't want me to be involved in her problems. So she said breaking up would be a better option for now. Oh, that's a shame, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Stay strong. Good, because Paul McCartney can't. Legend has it that Pino doesn't read music either. I think he may have meant in that interview that he doesn't sight read music. But I really, really strongly doubt that he doesn't know how to, decipher dots. Because you can't have the career that he's had and not be able to at least, decipher or translate some dots on a sheet of music. You're fine, calm as always, dude. That's the stoic approach. Paul McCartney isn't real, it's his clone. Yeah, there is a conspiracy theory like that, right? In the sort of not so dark corners of the internet, but there are people who do actually believe that Paul McCartney was replaced at some point, that he passed away, and that the money incentive was so big at the time for the record companies, etc., that they replaced him with some kind of lookalike. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Bumblebee 125. Let's go. One, two, three, four. Ooh, I exhausted my forearm capital for the day. I don't know. Jeez, dude, this feels really really difficult today. Um, so yeah, Alex. I hope yeah, Alex, not Alex, Axel. Sorry. I hope that answers your question. Are you a bass player yourself, or I'm guessing that if you're asking that question, you're thinking about picking up the bass. Like, yeah, but is it literally going to ingest all of my life if I have to do all these things? Nah, dude, you can just do it on the side. Don't worry about it. The world is a better place the moment people start picking up more instruments. So just go for it and learn your favorite tunes, dude. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to sort of front load it, and I don't know if that's what you were thinking, but I'm sort of just riffing here. But you don't have to consider all the potential time investments that you're gonna have to do. Just take it one step at a time, and then start feeding it, feeding that habit, feeding that hobby more and more stuff. If, you know, yeah, go for it. Michael says, I believe we actually landed men on the moon. I believe the Earth is round. Syndicated. I believe Paul is the same Paul. Zachar, Stoicism is about being strong, but Taoism is about not involvement in this and passive life. But it's really oversimplified. Yeah, obviously, you want to talk about philosophy, it's got to be more than just a few lines on in a chat room. Indicated? How did Spellcheck come up with that? What did you want to say, Mike? Syndicated? Or seriously, I believe. I'm so curious now. Alex says, I play some bass. I own 3 of them. Dude, excellent. You're already on the. You've already crossed the Rubicon. There's got to be a pun. There's got to be a pun in there somewhere. I don't know, Zachar. I think Stoicism is. I mean, it's the way you're phrasing it. I'm like, well, it's not really about being strong. It's about being courageous. I think, courageous and disciplined, and trusting in the small, the sort of the power that lies in routines and discipline and small habits. And in that case, I fully agree. I think Marcus Aurelius. I think the actual first lines of his meditations are, "You should have a decent breakfast." I think this is literally one of the first few pieces of advice. Or nourish yourself correctly and try to sleep good. Bearing in mind that these were actually notes to himself. None of these were actually meant to be published. He was just riffing about what he thought made his life more a better one. Is that by having habits and routines and generally good life hygiene, you would live a more fulfilling life. But that was roughly 2,000 years ago. The last of the wise emperors, Marcus Aurelius. I'm too exhausted after 3 hours of table tennis and hour of gym. Dude, you are one sporty guy. Yeah, we do call it ping pong here as well. Somehow, the word "and" turned into syndicated. Wow, what a leap! What a leap! I'm so done with the bumblebee at the moment. I can't say that. I can't say that. I literally just talked about the power of routine and long-term power of routines. So I've got to give it another shot. Okay, Hand has been able to cool down a little bit. Let's go. No, Bumblebee, please. With metronome. See what I mean? Still a bit glitchy, but 2, 3, 4. Nope. Not today, guys. Not today. This Bumblebee thing is not working out for me. I think the hands are still a little too cold. Zachar is on a flat earth. Are you on a flat earth rant? I don't know. Which one are you ranting about, Zachar? Sounds like a kind of like chicken and egg situation. Did we evolve to be the way we are because of the environment? No, hang on. Well, we just don't know the alternative, right? We evolved the way we did because we're shaped by the environment. Had the environment been different, we would be a different species. I suppose. Don't think you can skip on the spider. Dude, I didn't. You saw me do it. I did do the spider. Nate, I like it. Guys, you do owe us a spider exercise. Alex, if you're still here, this absolute I think you were here for this exercise, right? It's absolutely torturous. Torturous? Is that a word? Just a torture exercise. Thing is static on the fretboard, and then the other two switching between the E string and the G string, whilst the other two sort of hold the fault. Sort of switch positions as well. I've never tried. The goal is to fight for your rights. It's grueling, absolutely. What bass am I using, Alex? I am using my trusty Fender Jazz Bass. It's a US jazz bass in Corona, California. I can say Coronado, but that's where the Navy SEALs are, right? Coronado near San Diego. Is that possible? I know. I think I always hear Jocko talking about that sort of stuff. Spider exercise will hair on your chest. It will grow hair on your chest, or it will just hair. It will possibly just hair on your chest. I didn't know that was a possibility. Put hair on your chest. I did like the first one better though. This exercise will hair on your chest. Speaking of exercises, I need to check on my little There Will Never Be Another You. So let's put on, we don't need the U, don't need this just now, we just need Amazing Slowdowner. We need it to be loud and proud. Is it loud? Do we have any sound coming out of this one? Yes, we do. All right. San Diego is a big Navy town. Right, I did have that right. So it's not, my base doesn't come from Coronado, it comes from Corona. I think different neighborhood. You're very tired and hungry. No, I just came to say hi. I'm very tired and hungry as a Mongolia horde. Good luck, everybody. This is actually an actual reconstruction of Zachar's voice. He does have a lovely Russian accent. I'm only kidding, dude. I think you don't strike me as the type to get offended with accents. And I don't know why I love doing the Russian accent. I don't know if I do it very well, but I like doing it. Anyway, dude, go have some food, man. Get some rest. And well, stay strong, you know? Stay strong or stay positive. Breakups can be horribly painful. So, Alex, I also yes, I do have other basses. They are based a Fender Stratocaster. Um, this is oh jeez, this is the bass I used the most over the course of my gigging career so far. Fender Jazz 5 Deluxe from 2014, 2013. Absolutely fantastic instrument. It on the day I tried it. London. My two favorite instruments, and then I've got this Harley Benton progressive series bass type of thing. Mm. More of a little travel practice bass more than anything else. All right, let's check in on our jazz standard. There will never be another you. Let's go. Start with 80%, and we'll see how we get on from there. Nice. 80% is going all right. Sure. Okay, I just want to see how far I am from 100%. This is a bit crazy, right? It's not gonna go well, but let's go for it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that is that is still crazy fast. Crazy fast. Still feels way out of reach. Is that song one you've listened to for years? Yes, Mike. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think I first transcribed this little solo in 2017, and there will never be there will never be another you itself has been kind of on my to-do list for ages. And since I didn't used to be the kind of person to finish anything I started, well, I did exactly that, which is not finish something I started. And I never managed to get that solo up to, I don't think, even 90% speed. So I'm going to try it now. Let's see if I've made any progress in 7 years, 8 years. Alex says, I keep it simple. All my bass guitars are 4-string. There's nothing wrong with that, dude. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've never, ever been in a context where somebody's asked me to use a 5-string. But I've also never met anyone that was unhappy that I had brought a 5-string. It's just one of those things. I know Danny Sapko would disagree. He's like, oh, bass should be 4 strings. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. All right. If that's the hill you're planting your little flag on, sure, dude. I've never had anybody say to me like, oh, dude, why did you bring an extra string to a gig? Like, well, you never know. Any headway on the No Boobas bass groove? No, not yet, Nate. But it is on the list, and I did actually try today to, because I obviously I listened to the bass that you sent, but I was like, it's missing a little bit of context, and I still like to have the drums to transcribe stuff. So I'm on it, dude. I'm on it. It's been sort of simmering, fermenting. I'm working on it, and I will memorize. I will memorize it. Okay, 90%. Let's give it a shot. Oh, come on. That line. I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. Okay. Nearly there. Especially that last line. It's given me so much trouble. It's starting to feel like I can actually do it. Pretty happy with that. Shall we try it without any, without the actual backing track? Well, I say shall we try, but I mean I have to try. So sorry, guys. Where is my iReal B? Wrong screen. There we go. There she is. All right, these are the chords, ladies and gents, so you guys can follow along if you're so inclined. I'm just going to move it over to my face. The bass. Rather have the bass than the face. That's a little slow. Let's try 160. Okay, two bar count in. 1, 2. Wrong key. That major. Let's go. Huh? There is no greater love. No, there will never be another you. It wasn't the right key. I was just not on the right tune. Okay, let's go. What? Wow, this is bad. I got lost almost immediately. Okay, a little bit of improv there. Not particularly not super inspired, because I was just going through the motions. Which is not the way you should improvise, guys. Not at all. You should not improvise like this. You should not improvise. You should take it seriously. Like what I did, you should try and play something that you're hearing rather than just muscle memory your way through chord changes. It's not really interesting. Not the most interesting thing to do anyway. So, I'm gonna give it another shot. Do a little bit of a meditation improv. And I'm gonna try very hard to only play stuff that I'm actually mean, which means I will be playing a lot less notes and probably making a lot more mistakes. But let's give it a try. Start from the beginning, that would be nice, please. Oh, hey, are you guys still here? Yeah, that kind of stuff always puts you in a bit of a meditative mood. I like to do that every now and then. I should be doing it a lot more. In fact, should be doing that every single day. Um, mm, 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 mm. Do I want to check in on Aprieta? No, I don't. I have to. Aprieta is very, very, very huge. Huge. The greatest tune at the moment in the bass community. It used to be Deantown, now it's Aprieta. They say Aprieta. The Aprieta song is a great song, a great tune, very difficult. I do it very well. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody says I do it very well. Lil Marco, Lil Marco. Lil Marco says I'm the best bass player he's ever heard. The greatest bass player. The greatest. The greatest. Excuse me, excuse me. I've got to stop doing this. Oh, this is gonna land me in so much trouble. It's just so easy. What am I talking about? A little logic session? Yes, yes, yes. Where are you? Logic session. I don't see my logic session. It's gone. Yep, no logic session. Okay. Oh, no problem. No logic session. No problem. Just so you guys know, I'm playing along to my logic session. Okay. Let's try first playing along to immediately changing the plan. Let's play to the actual track and see how we're doing. All right. Take a boom. Don't remember these ones. Yeah, I haven't checked in on the solo in quite some time actually. I'm sort of losing interest a little bit for this tune. Yeah, okay. Sort of been there, done that a little bit. I know he can play really fast and really cleanly. I'm a little bit jealous, but it's not really the best vehicle for me to practice this kind of stuff. I prefer Do I Do and Jazz. Jazz is so much more enjoyable. Mind. It's free, you know. I wish I could play some tunes, dude. Ooh, speaking of which, this little intro here got me a little bit worked up yesterday. I like how just super clean the obviously synth bass, probably AI generated, but don't know. It's tickling something. It's tickling something. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Can't figure out the rhythm here though. Getting it right. I'd have to put it to a click, figure out exactly where those stabs happen in the beginning. I can't quite hear it. Maybe one? Two? Oh, it's on the 2, I think. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, it's on the 3. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I think it is. 3. Gosh, I can't wrap my head around this. Some of those tunes, you know, just keep hearing them and I can't, I don't know, my mind's a little tired, I suppose. Which is probably a good place as any to call it a day for today. Guys, thank you very much for joining. This was Phil Plays Bass. It was a real pleasure to be back with you guys on the start of this brand new week. Hopefully you guys have got loads of productive things ahead of you and the week is not full of silly life obstacles like work and stuff. But thank you all for being here. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Nate. Thank you, Zahar, who's probably gone. Alex, Andre, and we didn't see Jeff today, but I'm sure Jeff will be around this week. I will most likely not be streaming tomorrow, but Wednesday is probably the ticket. All right, guys, I wish you all a lovely, lovely day wherever you are in the world, and thank you very much for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you enjoyed even just a little bit of this stream, do give us a like and a sub, as this greatly helps us reach more people and me reach more of my potential. Hold on. yeah, got to spend a bit more time on the bass and less on the piano. I don't really know who I am at the moment. Am I a piano player? Am I a streamer? Am I a bass player? Am I a programmer? I'm sort of split between a bunch of identities and some kind of a single focused type of guy. I find myself a little bit distracted, very easily distracted. I should be practicing piano. I should be practicing bass. I should be doing this. Should be doing that. Anyway, one bite at a time, one step at a time, and we'll come out of it. I'll look back on this and I'll be like, oh, wasn't it great when I was just the beginning, the early days? And whatever you are, you're wearing a great wardrobe. That might be the only consistent thing about me right now. I had to get rid of a lot of my clothes when I moved from London, and I now have 2 pairs of jeans, 4 t-shirts, like 3 jumpers, but I do have a bunch of shirts, so that's always good. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I will be seeing you again, same time on Wednesday. Guys, love you all. Take care. Take good care of yourselves and your family and your life and everything and your health, most importantly. I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.